Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Kilkenny and Carlow Education and Training Board, it gives me great pleasure to welcome you to our Student of the Year Awards ceremony. This is the annual awards ceremony for the presentation of Kilkenny and Carlow Education and Training Board Student of the Year medals. I would like to welcome our chairperson, Councillor Peter Cleere. I welcome our Chief Executive, Miss Eileen Curtis, and I would also like to welcome our school leaders, principals and deputies. I welcome you, the parents, and the family members also. I would like to welcome in a very special way our Students of the Year from each of our schools in Kilkenny and Carlow. We are here on this occasion to recognise the achievements of you, the students, who have received your education in our schools. Each of you has been nominated by your school to receive a specially commissioned medal, a special memento of the journey which each of you has travelled since your arrival in your school. The Student of the Year Award is not just about academic achievement, but also about the contribution which each of you has made to the life of your school. The selection process is never easy, and your nominations are all the more special because of this. This award speaks of your commitment, your dedication, and your determination to play a positive role in the life of the school. It also reflects your capacity and generosity in contributing to extracurricular life of the school. It is in essence your capacity that each of you has shown to be role models and to make a difference. I know that when you have had an opportunity to listen to the citations for each of our medal recipients, you will agree that they are talented, determined and resilient young people who are a credit to themselves, their families and their school. I would now like to call on Chairperson of our ETB Board, Councillor Peter Cleere, to give the opening address.
As Chairperson of Kilkenny and Carlow Education and Training Board, I am delighted to open this event on the occasion of honouring our Students of the Year from all our ETB schools. I welcome you, the award recipients of the class of 2020, your parents, your families and your school leaders, who I have no doubt are very proud of your successes. The Student of the Year from each school is awarded to the recipient who has embraced the learning opportunities, both academic and extracurricular, at school level, and who has treaded their own path to personal transformation and achievement. Your success is none the more precious and outstanding given the very difficult circumstances that you have had to endure this year in preparing for the Leaving Certificate during a global pandemic. On behalf of Kilkenny and Carlow ETB, I applaud you for your commitment, your tenacity and achieving all that you have. I also acknowledge the support you received from your families and your school community. I know that you share with me your appreciation for their support and guidance to you on your educational journey. Kilkenny Carlow ETB is very fortunate to have a highly committed board and a dedicated staff team, all of whom contribute to the success of our school centres and our services. We acknowledge the commitment and expertise brought by our leaders and staff to the many projects which have been championed this year and the manner in which they have promoted the work of Kilkenny Carlow ETB. Everything we do in the ETB is guided by serving the best interests of learners and in ensuring that you, the students, achieve your potential and progress on your journey, be it into further or higher education or the world of work. I'm delighted to wish you, the Students of the Year 2020, continued success in the next stage of life's journey, and I wholeheartedly congratulate and thank you for being such positive role models to your peers and fantastic ambassadors for our schools.
Without further ado, I would like to begin the presentation of awards. I would like now to call on each principal to give a citation on behalf of their school for their Student of the Year. So in alphabetical order by school, I call on Principal Michelle Jefford from Abbey Community College to present the citation for their Student of the Year, Sean Hogan.
Sean Hogan started out in first year in Abbey Community College in August 2014. He has proven to be an absolutely exceptional student and has developed into a natural leader in our school community. Sean played an active role in school leadership. He himself was elected as a class prefect for his first year class, and he then went on to become the head of our student council in Abbey Community College, a much coveted role. In this role, he was the motivation behind several important initiatives and events in our school calendar. Some of the highlights of this time are Wellbeing Week, coordination of annual Christmas dinner, leading the student science team on open night, our Trick or Treat for Temple Street fundraiser, and also the highly imaginative Christmas Jumper Day fundraiser, as well as being the proud holder of a Gashka Bronze Medal Award. Sean is an accomplished public speaker and has been called upon to speak on behalf of the student body on many occasions. He was the speaker at his transition year graduation, welcoming incoming first years as part of their induction. This interest in public speaking led Sean to our various debating teams. Sean captained an ETB debating competition winning team. He also was heavily involved in the Irish debating team. Sean participated in the Poetry Aloud competitions and reached the national finals. His essay writing skills resulted in an invitation to the European Parliament in Brussels. He was also successful as a travel writer and won a national travel writing competition. Sean can easily be described as a Renaissance man, having an impact in many different subject areas and organisations in our school. As part of his role of Justice Group Management Liaison Officer, Sean led his team in organising a Subject Choice Expo in our school gym, a student-led approach to helping fellow students in their choices for senior cycle. It was a great success. He also led the team who organised several important guest speakers on topics such as human trafficking and animal rights. As an entrepreneur, Sean's mini company reached the regional finals with a Spanish and French verb table which they produced for junior cycle students. Academically, Sean is exceptionally hardworking and a gifted and talented student. While winning Best Student in his class every year, his main area of interest has been in the sciences. Sean and his teammates participated in many science-based competitions, participating in the Junior Science Olympiad and winning WIT Applied Maths and Engineering quizzes. Sean's Leaving Certificate results have reflected his abilities, gaining him 7 H1s and 1 H2. We are incredibly proud to present Sean Hogan as our Student of the Year in Abbey Community College for 2020.
I call on Principal Pat Coffey and Deputy Principal Olivia Kennedy from Boris Vocational School to present the citation for their Student of the Year, Millie Walker.
We are delighted to announce that the Student of the Year for the 2019-2020 academic year in Boris Vocational School goes to Millie Walker. This is a great honour and a testament to the great contribution that Millie made in her years with us here in the school. Miss Olivia Kennedy will talk you through Millie's immense attributes and great success during her time here in Boris Vocational School.
The criteria for awarding the honour of KCETB Student of the Year state that the award should go to a student who has travelled the greatest journey in his or her time in secondary school. Life is a journey, and Millie Walker knows better than many young women of her age the challenges that life can throw in your way. Throughout her 6 years as a student in Boris Vocational School, Millie actively embraced school life in many ways. Kind, cooperative, pleasant, enthusiastic, hardworking, dedicated, socially conscious, optimistic, confident, and a student leader are some of the many words used to describe Millie by her teachers, fellow students, and indeed visitors to the school over the years. Millie took on every challenge she was presented with great gusto, a huge dedication, and an even bigger smile. Always positive, she worked extremely hard to achieve every target, project, and goal placed before her. Millie is a well-grounded young woman who works hard and always shows perseverance. She knows how to overcome challenges. She has a fantastic sense of justice and will always speak up for what is right. Qualities that will serve Millie well in the future. Millie's interest and enthusiasm for the many extracurricular activities she became involved with is something we at the school are very proud of. Millie was involved with the peer mentoring programme and showed herself to be an excellent role model, full of patience and kindness to younger students, in particular the students she worked with and mentored. Millie also displayed great commitment to the programme and was there every single week to help and assist, even if her mentee was not present. Millie's devotion to the promotion of mental health awareness and well-being is highly admirable, and during her time in Borris Vocational School, Millie led many initiatives in these areas. She did great work with the Amber Flag Committee, was an integral part of the team and was always on hand to help with fundraisers or to raise awareness on what was happening within the team. Such was Millie's dedication. She frequently came to school early and could be found in the gym, on hand to speak to fellow students and offer advice about fitness and the importance of it. During Millie's time in Borris Vocational School, she travelled a long and sometimes difficult journey. Regardless of the challenges she herself faced in the many facets of school life, Millie always took on each challenge with interest, dedication and an undoubting ability to overcome whatever was put before her. She always showed kindness and generosity to both staff and her fellow students, despite having to deal with her own personal struggles outside of school. It is with great pride that she is Borris Vocational School's KCETB Student of the Year for the student who has completed the greatest journey. Her dad Howard and stepmother Debbie must certainly be very proud of Millie. On behalf of the staff in Borris Vocational School, I wish Millie every success in her further studies and look forward to following her career in the coming years.
I call on Principal James Darmody from Coláiste Andrew to present their citation for the Student of the Year, Chloe Bean.
The recipient of Coláiste Andrew 2020 Student of the Year is Chloe Bean. Chloe is a student who is very pleasant to be around, a person whose behaviour and work habits have always served as good example to her peers. She will be successful in whatever challenges she meets because of her willingness to work hard, her responsibility and her strong character. She possesses a strong desire to learn and is not afraid of a challenge. Throughout her years in Coláiste Andrew, she demonstrated a caring and friendly attitude towards other students and always strived to help others. She didn't strive for recognition, but instead focused on the real and true values and contributions she could make. Her strength, aspirations and enthusiasm will benefit her future studies and career. She's dedicated to being the best version of herself and puts a great amount of effort into everything she does. From an academic point of view, Chloe was a great student who participated in class, encouraged classmates and was always eager to learn more. Chloe knows the meaning of effort, responsibility and integrity, which will take her far in life. She always strived to do her personal best at whatever task was handed to her. She was supportive and collaborative with her peers, which made her a good role model in class. She was a positive influence on her peers and was always willing to lend a helping hand to a classmate. Chloe was a very conscientious student, being consistent, calm and cool-headed. Following rules and common sense are important to her. She is wise beyond her years and a mature leader who is helpful, friendly and involved. Outside of the classroom, Chloe contributed hugely to the school community during her years with us. She's a very gifted guitar player and a most beautiful singer. She was the star of many of our school musicals and never failed to mesmerise the audience with her amazing musical talent. Chloe also played on the school basketball team, where she demonstrated great teamwork skills. Chloe has proved herself to be a true leader and has been involved in leading a number of events and initiatives over the years at Coláiste Andrew. As a leader, she demonstrated the importance of open communication, organisation and delegation. This will undoubtedly stand to her as she goes forth in her studies, in work and throughout life. To conclude, I think it's obvious what a selfless, caring and hard-working member of the school community Chloe was. It is with no hesitation that we deem her to be the most deserving of our Student of the Year award from all in Coláiste. Andrew, good luck to you as you move towards the next chapter. May you fly high in life and success be always with you.
I call on Principal Conor Power from Coláiste Cosúra to present the citation for their Student of the Year, Georgina Walsh.
I am proud to present to you today Coláiste Cosúra's Student of the Year 2020, Georgina Walsh. From her first day in Coláiste Cosúra, it was apparent that Georgina had ambition and ability to do very well. A quiet, courteous and pleasant student, Georgina displayed a steely determination to complete any task. Georgina was very popular with both students and teachers alike and had a very positive impact on school life. She was actively engaged in extracurricular activities, excelling on the school basketball teams, from first year through to sixth year as a standout player. More often than not, Georgina took a leading role to ensure the success of each venture that she was part of. Georgina has a sense of maturity and wisdom beyond her years and a unique ability to get on with anyone, regardless of age. Georgina doesn't follow in others' footsteps. She creates the imprints for others to see, and many of her peers respect her as a natural leader. The younger cohort of students in Coláiste Cosúra admired Georgina and looked up to her, even before she was elected as head girl by her teachers. When speaking to Georgina's teachers as research for this citation, what struck me was every teacher had a profound amount of respect for Georgina's sense of resilience and courage. Her teachers described her as an exemplary student, a wonderful role model for all our students, a great ambassador for our school, mature, reliable, kind and sincere, self-motivated and driven, diligent, trustworthy and conscientious. Georgina's ambition to succeed never waned and is matched by a work ethic to ensure this success. It is notable that she has never missed a single day of school. Even during a global pandemic, she was a punctual and highly effective online learner. 835 days without fail, perfect attendance. Georgina has always set high standards for herself and importantly, achieved them. This has consistently been the case. She was recognised in a Waterford IT Awards ceremony for her impeccable junior cycle results and has had winning enterprise projects in more recent years. I have no doubt that as she pursues a career in applied computing, Georgina has all the necessary attributes to succeed and will continue to be a leading light in her field and a huge asset to all that she encounters. Everyone in Coláiste Cosúra wishes you every success in the future, Georgina. Congratulations.
I call on Principal Alan Costello from Coláiste Own to present the citation for their Student of the Year, Leah Byrne.
Leah has been a student in Coláiste Own for 6 years, entering the school as a quiet, timid, intelligent and articulate young lady. Within weeks, days even, her academic potential became obvious to all her teachers. However, it was Leah's personality and optimism that has made her the worthy recipient of this award. The ETB has asked that we nominate a student who has flourished in many ways and has contributed to the school and its community in a positive manner. Leah epitomises all that is great about Coláiste Own and the unique and diverse community we serve. Coláiste Own lies on the periphery of both Carlow and Wicklow, often searching for its own identity, just as teenagers and schoolgoers do on a daily basis. Leah discovered who she was very early in her time in school and decided that she would be driven to achieve academically and in every other facet of school life. I cannot list all the achievements because there are too many. Leah was Student of the Year every single year. She also captained the school debating team, led the mini company team, wrote prolifically for local and national newspapers, won art competitions and history competitions, and so much more. However, it is what Leah has achieved outside the academic sphere that made us choose her as our nominee for this award. The young, determined lady who entered our doors nervously 6 years ago, decided at some point that she would give everything a try. She threw herself into every aspect of school life, singing with the choir, dancing at the lip sync, taking on the role of Mehel leader, and narrating the school variety show. Leah is a great problem solver and has always adopted a solution-based approach to any obstacle she might have encountered. Her enthusiasm is infectious, and every task is undertaken with complete positivity and uplifting energy. She is a wonderful ambassador for the school. This was really to the fore when Leah and her fellow Mehel students formed part of our school promotion team that accompanied Mr. Burke and I in visiting our local primary schools. It was a huge source of personal pride to observe Leah's interaction with the boys and girls and the pleasant manner in which she communicated with them all and answered all their questions so politely and patiently. Leah is always willing to take on extra duties and responsibilities, and this was very much apparent when Leah delivered a hugely impressive presentation to the Board of Management. This was about the work of the Mehel students in our school. Leah has always displayed kindness and generosity of spirit and was courteous and respectful to all fellow students and teachers, consistently striving to identify people's good points and work together with people in our school community. Her flair for the subject of English was fostered by Miss Farrell, and this wonderful interest in the area has really shone brightly over the past few years. Leah has a wonderful command of the English language and has a real passion for journalism. This was quite evident in the wonderful articles she wrote for a number of local and national newspapers during the year. She was a huge inspiration for so many of our students. As a school, we have been delighted to watch Leah grow into the exceptional young woman who we know today. While we like to take some credit for her admirable qualities, we recognise and acknowledge the huge part played by her ever supportive parents, Paul and Clodagh, who have trusted us with Leah. It is a cruel and unprecedented time that we find ourselves in, but we can only look to an incredible future when we realise the potential of Leah and all the other wonderful young recipients acknowledged today. Leah, I am delighted to extend this award to you on behalf of all the staff in Coláiste Eoin. We are extremely proud of you and we know you are destined for great things. We can only ask that you remember us on your journey wherever it may take you.
I call on Principal Martin Gleeson from Coláiste Mura to present the citation for their Student of the Year, Ellen Campion.
Coláiste Mura's Student of the Year is awarded to Ellen Campion, who from day one of her secondary school life proved to be an extremely hard-working, conscientious, diligent and dedicated student. In an era where our young people often model themselves on the loudest, brashest celebrities, it is great to see a girl like Ellen emerge and receive this award. A young girl that was always in command of herself, knew her own mind and had the determination to pursue her goals. During her 6 years in Coláiste Mura, she actively participated in all aspects of school life. She has been a positive mentor and role model to her peers both at junior and senior cycle, showing that hard work is key to success. As a junior student in our school, Ellen was quickly noted by teachers for her work ethic and diligence. She was recognised at assemblies and award evenings for her academic success. Life throws many challenges, and in 2017, her junior cycle year, she faced a large hurdle which resulted in her missing much time from school. Despite the challenge posed, Ellen stood strong and showed resilience and strength, sticking to the task at hand, sitting her exams and getting results she richly deserved. She did this without complaint, without feeling sorry for herself or making excuses for what was an extremely difficult situation, never contemplating failure. For transition year, Ellen made a very brave decision, moving to Spain to attend secondary school, immersing herself fully in the Spanish culture. For many at such a young age, this would seem a very daunting experience, leaving family and friends and settling into a new way of life. This bold decision undoubtedly reflected on her fantastic language result for her leaving certificate. Ellen was involved in so many different activities in Coláiste throughout the 6 years. She was a member of the school choir and performed in many events, including celebration nights, open school masses, graduation masses, carol services and Christmas fairs. She has a love for music, and her guitar playing and singing ability entertained audiences over her 6 years in Coláiste. Her quite unassuming leadership qualities will be sadly missed by all in the music department. Ellen was a member of all camogie teams up through the grades, and last year, after many near misses, she captured a well-deserved Leinster title. No matter what, her team spirit and dedication towards teammates and management was evident. In senior cycle, Ellen settled into study preparing for the leaving certificate. She was never a girl with an excuse. The work was done on time, the tests were studied for, the deadlines were met, and the results were consistently good. She got her points and more for her first choice of psychology and primary school teaching in Mary Immaculate College. We know her work ethic and commitment to success will see her qualify in a few years, and she will be a valuable member on any workforce. Throughout all her time in Coláiste, Ellen had and continues to have the support of a loving family. Her parents Angela and Martin, brother Carl and sister Grace will be very proud of her today, and this award is testament to all the commitment and dedication that they have shown. Ellen had a strong group of supportive and solid friends as she went through school. They accepted and supported each other, and I'm sure they will continue to stay in touch and support one another as they go through third level and beyond. Ellen, the teachers in Coláiste congratulate you on your deserved achievements and thank you for all that you contributed to our school. We will greet you with a smile whenever we see you. You are always welcome back. We are delighted to present you with this prestigious award as Coláiste's well-deserved choice of ETB Student of the Year.
I call on the Príomh-Mhíde, Cania Umar Hertig from Coláiste Poblaí to present the citation for their Student of the Year, Fé de Fuite Ferris.
A chóir de ile is priviléid mór domsa fé de fuite ferris a chur I bhur láthair. Is ban óg, stúama agus canastí fé, ard cumas agus fé an ghrín inte na haunta sin. Cailín tuiscinach cináltaí le crí oscailte olmhór. Nuair a thosa sí linn dúis sa chéadhlíon, agus iad teach chuin ó scoil, bhéarla, thug sí faoin Gaeilge go fánmhar, agus I réig agus ábalta don dúltáin le Gaeilge amhlaim go thart chaideáin. Is fear a rá nuair a churn sí rud rimpe go dtugann sí an tam agus an inmhdá. Ba chara díla sí dá cóscaláir gcónaí agus is tuscairach a bhí ché bhatha le daoine eile ach I tuiscinach an bictúr amláin ina haunta sin. Bhí béim gcónaí ché réiteach in anad an chearán. Has fé amach nuair a bhí sí san idirbhliain. Fuair sí an grada mar chailta na hidirbhliaine. I a gcónaí geallchárach agus réig le cabhar a thabhairt. Bhí sí chomhdeas le na daltaí sa rang agus leis na múntóirí. Ghlach sí páirt I ngach rud a bhí an idirbhliain ag déanamh le sprid. Rud mór a hasamach domsa an bhliain sin ná an jobúntaach a dhéann sí mar láirithóir sa set tíotar I gcíthe na hidirbhliaine. Lán de inmh agus a farsantach, na spáin sin an tábalteach agus an cumas atá inte domsa. Faye was an exceptional student with a huge desire to learn from the start. She was dedicated to being the best version of herself and that of a student of Coláiste Poblaí. Her work with Dáil na Scoile was both supportive and collaborative with her peers, which made her an exceptional role model for all of us. Faye had a positive influence on others, a trait which is shown in her work with her fellow students throughout the years. A young lady with a big heart and an open personality. Faye was always hardworking, enthusiastic and determined, but always supportive and inclusive. We are proud to have had the privilege of her as a student in Coláiste Pobal 3 over the past 6 years. She took to many campaigns in a positive and structured way, always with an eye on the bigger picture. Ba bhailonsa go pásanta buchas a gháil le na hismeóirí, Katrina agus Keith, a thug an antacaíocht an scoil a gcuine gcónaí. Son na múntóirí agus na scoláirí eile, guím gach rá irthe na todhachaí. Táim cinnte go nairó go gaile pe rud a chuirigh an saoil rimpe. Tuairisc siad faoi le fuinneamh, fonn agus dearfacht. Go raibh míle maith agaibh. Seo chuamh Faye de Fuite Ferris.
I call on Principal John May and retired Principal Pat Murphy from Douche College to present the citation for their Student of the Year, Erin Hoare.
We are delighted to announce that the Student of the Year for the 2019-20 academic year for Douche College is Erin Hoare. A big thank you to you and your family for what you have contributed to the school over the years, and we wish you every success in your life pursuits. I will now ask former Principal Pat Murphy to talk you through Erin's achievements and attributes during her time in Douche College.
A phríomhaimeach, a roirí scolanna, a bhfuil de coiste ilúna Kilkennig is Carlock. A hismeóirí is a galtí an nóra, ghuine úsla go léir. Is frivolé domsa labhart live san daltainna bliana ó Coláiste Dubhuisce, Erin Hoare. During her time in Douche College, Miss Erin Hoare was a very diligent and hard-working student. She was an example to her fellow students in terms of work rate, positive attitude, impeccable manners and courtesy towards others. At all times, Erin carried herself with humility and grace, and she always exuded respect in her encounters and interactions, be they with teachers, fellow students, the school secretary or caretaker, and with visitors to the school. Erin was a model of consistency from the day she arrived at Douche College until her days she finished. Smile on her face, gracious, respectful, and courteous to a fault, unassuming and unsung, never once seeking the limelight, yet shining like a beacon for anyone with eyes to see. Coupled with this innate modesty, Erin possessed a very strong drive to achieve an extraordinary work ethic. The following words are an integral part of our mission statement at Douche College: honesty, fairness, dignity, care, working to potential, excellence and respect. Erin had all these qualities and carried them with her all day, every day. She was the daily living embodiment of our mission statement, which is 1,000 times more influential and powerful for the school community than any words written on a wall, no matter how well presented or decorated. Erin Hoare stood out and shone because of her gentle presence, her quiet way, her soulful smile, her respectful manners, and her humility and modesty. In a way, she represents the multitude of students who travel seamlessly through all our ETB schools without fanfare or fuss, who quietly go about their business and who are a delight to teach. Erin has a very bright intellect that matched her very strong work ethic and drive to achieve with a clear vision. Erin was blessed with talent, yet she had a lovely humility and presence about her which endeared her to all. Erin contributed to school life outside of class by her involvement in Green Schools, the Students' Council and school liturgies. Erin was always cooperative and willing to lend her hand. Erin has represented the students' voice in various forums. She achieved an excellent leaving certificate, the result of an excellent effort and positive attitude in which she truly achieved her potential. All of our schools are unique in their own way. It is the qualities of the people in our schools that make them unique and make them what they are. It was an absolute privilege to have Erin Hoare in our midst for the past 6 years. She added greatly to our school. It was a better place for her being there. Erin is a credit to her mum and dad, Barbara and Johnny, and family, to her school, Douche College, and above all, to herself. We wish Erin every good wish for the future. Cherish those lovely qualities you have. Just be yourself, Erin, and you will always shine.
I call on the Privide, Madeleine Viglaughlin, from Gael Colosda Caharlach, to present the citation for their Student of the Year, Rory O'Gearan.
Gael Colosda Caharlach, Dalton Blina Fihe, Rory O'Gearan. Is far Og Usul Clish the Digrasa, Cordule Rory O'Gearan. Tá grá mór agad an teanga agus an cultúr Gaelach. Cheas sé amach I measc a comhfortathe, maidir le sim, iarracht, agus caiid an ardbéasa agus cumas. Rory brought a civic-minded attitude to our school community with his strong moral compass. He was active as a Mehel leader and instrumental on the student council. Rory received a Gashga Award in transition year, part of which saw him mentoring his younger brother's soccer team. He actively participated in the transition year musical, performed at the Sclape Gaelan Talent Contest, and was a regular on the various sports teams I Gael Colosda Caharlach. A true all-rounder. In his daily interactions, he showed general altruism and mutual respect for others. This type of student has an exponential contributory benefit for the school, cultivating a positive, respectful and collegial atmosphere. Rory's work in school was not motivated in seeking recognition, but simply from a very sincere interest in the betterment of the whole school environment. In class and in dealings with him throughout the whole school day, he was always helpful and amenable. One of Rory's greatest qualities is that he's very self-aware. He is willing to accept constructive feedback and is eager to constantly change and improve. It's refreshing to see this work ethic without any sense of presupposed entitlement. This attitude aided him in completing tasks and in managing his workload, and this is sure to be beneficial in his future endeavours. Glock Rory Ro Larnack I Sail na Scola, nuair a ceapach mar co-cohirlach corna na daltaí. Bhí sé mar cheannar a mehel, agus dibric sé le daltaí na céad bhliana chun carú lo socrú isteach sa bhanscoil. I ri altáha chun feithe, chuig sé I man na daltaí I blina sé a chlárú chun vóta a chahabh. Bhí sé mar bhail de fern soccer agus pelgaileach na scola. Gloch sé fort I comórtas de spóireachtaí san na scola. Bhalig sé airgid san cartanas de friúla I rit na blina chun rud éigean a thuairt arás do pobl áitiúil. Tatníonn an politík go mór le Rory, agus mar bhail lógra party politíochta I Gairlach bhí sé I gcónaí go nóthach. É sin ráite, bhí fós am aige chun analís politíochta a thuairt ar cuasaí ratha sna ranganna éagsúla. Ba frivolé doing in Gael Colosda Caharlach a bheith ag múna Rory. Tá muid fíorhródú las. Mullam a bhúntóirí freisin don sár obair a rinne siad leis agus le gach uile scolára. Ní raibh lá ann nach raibh Rory sásta a bheith ar scoil agus búlfá leis le manga gáire ar a aigeige I gcónaí. Ar san an phobal fálamid in Gael Colosda Caharlach, guimid gach rá ort. Rory O'Gearan is duine den scothú. Á mór ort I gcónaí agus go háirithe le a cuid stadair in Ollscoil DCU ar achnamíocht, politíocht agus dlí. Táim cinnte go mbeidh tú lárnach I cuasaí sé an achta ann agus táimid ag snú le tua eáil ar prime time agus I dál éireann ann méigean sa táhachaí. Go náirí leat, Rory.
I call on Principal Sean O'Sullivan from Grennan College to present the citation for their Student of the Year, Roisin O'Keefe.
The 2020 nominee for the Kilkenny and Carlow ETB Student of the Year recipient for Grennan College, Thomastown is Roisin O'Keefe. From day one, Roisin embraced the full culture of Grennan College and set out early markers for herself to follow and for her teachers to rise to. She was a leader in all aspects of her engagements, both academically and in extracurricular pursuits. The The strong local roots and equally strong family investment and commitment in the school's development and improvement set an excellent foundation for Roisin to build on. Roisin has always presented as very pleasant, warm, smiling and very respectful of all members of our community, which in turn earned her the respect of her teachers and peers. Roisin found an excellent balance between work and play from an early stage, and this helped maintain a very good balance for her well-being and growth as a student. Always fearless and fearsome on the field of play or in the handball courts, Roisin demonstrated all the attributes that it is needed to be successful, and by her example would inspire those around her to raise their standards. After completing the junior certificate in 2017, Roisin participated in the transition year programme, embracing all the challenges and opportunities put in her way. She completed her leaving certificate this year, hopefully reaping the justified fruits of her labour over the last 6 years. Leadership and dedication is a powerful combination. Mixed with passion and determination, this leads to inspiration of those around. It is my pleasure and pride to nominate Roisin O'Keeffe for this year's Kilkenny and Carlow ETB Student of the Year Award. A big thank you to you and your family for what you have contributed to the school over the years, and we wish you every success in your life pursuits.
I call on Assistant Principal Anne-Marie Bergen from Kilkenny City Vocational School to present the citation for their Student of the Year, Dylan Hammond.
It is with great pleasure that I introduce you to the Kilkenny City Vocational School Student of the Year 2019-20, Dylan Hammond. Dylan is the unanimous choice of all the staff at Kilkenny City Vocational School for this award. Dylan walked through the gates of the City Vocational School for the first time in September 2014. A strong, solid presence, working away quietly in the background, mannerly, cooperative, thoughtful, caring, hard-working and respectful. These are the adjectives that best describe Dylan. During his 5 years in the school, Dylan earned the respect and admiration of all his teachers and classmates. His intelligence and kindness to his peers shone out throughout his time in our school. He had a positive influence, not just within his own year group, but right through the school. He was never pulled or swayed, but followed his own path, committing himself to his studies and hobbies with a consistency and dedication that proved a maturity well beyond his years. It was clear from the beginning that Dylan had great leadership skills. He was elected as chairperson of Kilkenny City Vocational School Student Council and represented his year group from 1st to 6th year confidently and assuredly, and indeed kept many of us on the senior management team on our toes. Dylan gave his time generously in the school and was involved in all co-curricular activities, chairing the Kilkenny City Vocational School Green Schools Committee, which under his leadership was awarded our 4th and 5th Green Schools flags. Dylan always prioritised giving back to his community and volunteered regularly for community initiatives which were aimed at helping others. In transition year, he was part of our school team which went to Lourdes, and he worked tirelessly while there, helping the sick and the elderly. We in Kilkenny City Vocational School know that the qualities Dylan has in such abundance will ensure that he is successful in all that he embraces in life. Dylan achieved excellence in his Leaving Cert and is now set to pursue a career in science. We want to congratulate you, Dylan. You are a credit to yourself, your family and your school. As Miss White, Dylan's 6th year head, frequently says, Dylan would be hugely missed by all in Kilkenny City Vocational School. On behalf of all of us, all your teachers and peers in Kilkenny City Vocational School, we want to wish you every success, happiness and joy in the adventure of life that you are now facing. Our door is always open, Dylan. Goniri an tá leat. Best wishes from us all in Kilkenny City Vocational School.
I call on Principal Liam O'Brien from Scoil to present the citation for their Student of the Year, Olivia O'Keeffe.
Olivia O'Keeffe is the very deserving recipient of the 2020 Scoil Student of the Year. Olivia was chosen on account of her personal achievements and for her contribution to Scoil during her time as a student at the school. Olivia is the embodiment of the school's mission statement. She has striven to ensure that she has reached her potential, not only academically, but in terms of her personal development. On entry to Scoil, Olivia was a shy, retiring girl. She leaves as a confident young woman ready to take on the world. At the outset of her final school year, Olivia was clear in her own mind about what she wanted to achieve. She set about her task with dedication and an unstinting commitment to her schoolwork. This continued during lockdown, and her efforts were duly rewarded in September when she achieved an outstanding leaving certificate. She and her family are entitled to be very proud of her achievement. Although engrossed in her leaving cert preparations, Olivia also found time to make a contribution to school life, and it is her personal qualities that endeared her to her classmates and teachers. This is not surprising, given her positive approach to life and her respectful and courteous nature with everyone she interacted with in the school community. She is a very honourable young woman who always respected the views of others. She was also well able to enjoy herself and have fun while always keeping a sharp focus on her studies. She was a most reliable and helpful student who was highly respected by her peers and teachers who were lucky to have her in their class. She managed all this without seeking to draw attention to herself or seek recognition for her contribution. In many ways, she exemplifies the values of Scoil: a strong sense of community, a quiet determination and resolve, ambition and compassion. She is a student that all schools will be proud of, and the whole school community of Scoil is particularly proud of Olivia's growth and achievements while at the school. I have no doubt she will go on to do great things and wish her the best of luck in her endeavours.
I call on Principal Jerry McGill from Tyndall College to present the citation for their Student of the Year, Erin Lennon.
Erin Lennon began her educational journey in Tyndall College in 2015. She was an outstanding student who has demonstrated academic excellence and has represented the school in several sports and musical activities and demonstrated strong leadership involvement throughout her years in both Carlow Vocational School and Tyndall College. Erin was always dedicated to her academic studies. She had an excellent work ethic and inquisitive nature, which has contributed to her pursuit of excellence. Erin always maintained a positive attitude towards her learning and a willingness to take on feedback to improve her learning in all of her subjects. Erin was awarded Junior Student and TY Student of the Year, which is a testament of her sustained academic excellence. Erin has demonstrated excellent sportsmanship throughout her representation at regional basketball and volleyball championships. She captained the girls under 16 basketball team to winning glory. She is a team player, has excellent communication skills, and has the ability to work with others in order to achieve the best result. She is a reliable and committed young woman who achieves her best in every opportunity that is provided to her. Erin's love for music was always to the forefront of her journey with us. Her commitment to school choirs, gala concerts, open nights and state exam practicals was admirable. As a young first year, she was one of 15 students in her school to participate in the original brass woodwind music generation programme designed specifically for our school. Her incredible music aptitude and her dedication to her instrument, the trumpet, has earned her the respect of her peers, teachers and other musicians across the county. As a trumpet player, Erin has represented the school at both local and national level, and it was with great pride that in 2018 she was awarded a coveted place to attend an international music camp in North Dakota, America. It was an outstanding achievement for a young talented musician to represent the country at such a prestigious event. Not only is Erin an exceptional student, she has been a strong member of our student leadership body for a number of years. In her junior years, she was a member of the Student Council and Green Schools Committee, and she regularly represented the school in many events. As a senior student, she embraced the role of senior leader and her warm personality and caring nature impacted greatly on younger students. Erin, throughout her educational journey with us, you have embraced the spirit of Tyndall College through your positivity, passion and determination. On behalf of all of us here in Tyndall College, we wish you every success in your future studies. Congratulations.
I would like to congratulate all our students and wish them well as they embark on the next phase in their lives. I would now like to call our Chief Executive, Miss Eileen Curtis.
As Chief Executive of Kilkenny and Carlow Education and Training Board, it is my great privilege to congratulate each one of you on your nomination as the Student of the Year for your school in 2020. Each one of you is a role model who represents the very best of your school. Each year, when we hold our Student of the Year awards, it is always a great pleasure to have our school principals talk about why you have been chosen as Student of the Year for your school. We hear of fine young people who have contributed so much to the life of our schools. We hear about your academic achievements. We hear about your involvement in extracurricular activities, your sporting achievements, your debating skills, your flair for languages, your love of music or writing, or your capacity for art. We hear not only about what you have done, but also about who you are, the journey you have made, and how you have contributed to the life of the school. We hear about young people who are described as caring, kind, generous, compassionate and resilient. We hear about young people who have been a pleasure to teach, young people who have been determined, young people who have looked out for others, young people who have made the school a better place, young people who have shown leadership and taken responsibility, young people whom the whole school community has watched flourish and grow as you have moved from your junior to senior years in school. You are also young people at a very important juncture in your lives. You are in transition, moving on from something new and something different. This year, we understand that the end of the school year and the examinations were not what you expected. You did not have a chance to say goodbye and celebrate the end of your school life in the way that you would normally have done. Each one of you is just beginning a new chapter, beginning to author your own story, one which will be special and unique, one which will reflect who you are now and how you will grow in the years ahead. As you begin this next phase of your lives, there will be many opportunities and there will be challenges. It will be you who decides how to make the best of these. Remember, you have already demonstrated so many personal attributes that will help you to make the right choices and to come out at the other end no matter what happens. For each of you, your story will be different. Some of the things that might help you along the way are learning to go with the flow, learning not to sweat the small stuff, knowing that no matter what happens, there are people who love and care for you, people to talk to, accepting that we all make mistakes, knowing that that's okay, that you can pick yourself up and start again. Realizing that during your last 6 years in school, other people have seen in you strengths and qualities which will always see you through. Remembering how proud your parents and family are of you and how proud your schools are of you. They are all proud of your achievements, but more important than that, they are proud of you. You represent the best of who we are and are great ambassadors for our schools. Bowathlum cógordachas a gowal le gachéine agus gnairi an bóthar liv go léir.
You are young students who have already made your mark, and you are young people whom we hope will continue to make your mark as you travel on life's journey. We wish you success and happiness as you do this. With this occasion, we are privileged to recognise and pay tribute to your uniqueness and your achievements. Finally, on behalf of all of us in Kilkenny and Carlow ETB, I thank your parents and families for their support for you and for our schools. We also extend our gratitude to the management and staff of all our schools for their ongoing work with all our students. I would also particularly like to thank Catherine Killeen for her organisation of the Student of the Year Awards. She has done a marvellous job. Recipients of our Student of the Year 2020, you have earned our congratulations. You give us hope that tomorrow can be better than today. Hold on to your dreams and have confidence in your skills. Gur raibh míle maith agat. Slán go fóill.